Hey guys, happy Wednesday. I am in a great mood today and I'm very excited for playing through video games. So I have until 5 p.m. At which point I will have three hour-long back-to-back sessions. And then I will most likely stream again at around 8:15, 8:30ish. I did sleep really well last night, caught up on all those late nights, so happy about that. I have a long anticipated appointment tomorrow with one of my health team people. So I'm excited about that. And just in a general good mood. So I am gonna just kind of have some fun, play through some Elden Ring. I'm here in Raya, Lucaria. Last stream I beat Radagon. So I think I have got 2 shard bearers now. 3 main game bosses down. 5 if you want to count Leonine Misbegotten and Magma Wyrm Makar, because for some reason you get achievements for those or trophies, but and then next will be Rennala, Queen of the Moon. This place is the magic place, and I'm running a magic build, so it's very apt. This is probably a memory amulet again. I already got those. Before Rennala, we will be fighting the Red Wolf of Radagon, the immediate next boss. There's an invisible wall right here. This is where we get the Comet spell that I am using right now, just was using and has been running the whole game. Stone Sword Key. I did that again. I had already done it. So that technically also is a main game boss, and I think you also get a trophy for that. Similar to the other two I just named. But is not like one of the, I guess, big main game bosses. But is a required one. So I really like exploring through this next little area. Up until the point we get Rennala. If you're also going for all of the weapons in the game, just for funsies, because it's a trophy, one of the weapons is the sword these guys wield. It's a rare drop. It's not anything magnanimous, but that was one of the weapons I went through and farmed those traveling nobles. I think it's something like the noble sword or something like that. I don't remember. Yeah, there are a lot of different little paths and shortcuts and things to explore in this area. So. Bombard you with spells. Yeah, so these guys you can farm for that sword right there that we're both holding. I'd recommend using like the golden scarab, and whatever else increases your luck item drops. I also love the quiet little music in the background in this place. This is a shortcut out to the main yard. over here you get another imbued sword key, which is for the 4 belfries area. Got him in one fell swoop. Here you get the Academy Glintstone key, but we already have that. That's how we entered the place. So this one, if we have an extra now, I'm going to bring 2 tops. For his take this ladder down for a shortcut. Over here you get the Shattering Crystal spell. Now there is going to be a kind of annoying enemy up ahead here. He's got a repeating crossbow with like fire arrows. Comet spell has a great distance and will finish him off very early, so we won't have to deal with that. Ooh, get his hood. Coming in here, we get the all-important Azur's Glintstone Staff, which, as I said when I got Lusat's staff on stream last time, this is the second best staff in the game for magic wielders. So, Lusat's has an S scaling in intelligence. Azur's has a B. Like I said before, Lusat's enhances the power of sorceries, but it consumes additional FP. Azur's reduces spell casting time of all sorcerers, but consumes additional FP. So with Azur's Glintstone Staff, you can cast spells extra fast for more FP. Lusat's is extra powerful for more FP, which is, you can see why I like Lusat's better, stronger spells, but if you want to get them off quicker, you can use Azur's. And both of those famous sorcerers we kind of meet or meet the remains of them in some way throughout Sellen's questline, which is pretty cool. I think Lusat is somewhere over here. Somewhere over in this area. And then I think Azure is in this area, this tunnels, which I said we'll come back to later because it's part of Sellen's questline. And it's like a secret. Or it's this one, I don't remember, one of these two. But I also have Lusat's glintstone crown here. This is so now I have his staff and his head equipment, which I'm running Rennala set purely for aura, pretty much. But Lusat's greatly reduces sorceries at the cost of additional FP. So just like the staff. So if you're running both the crown and the staff, you get a good boost on your magic. It just costs more FP. This is Ronnie's hat. It strengthens cold sorcery. There's a crystal crab over here. He drops the Twin Sage Glintstone Crown, which is good for early game magic users. It greatly increases intelligence due to the detriment of HP and stamina. So wearing this will boost your intelligence, which will thus increase your magic damage. But you're gonna lose some HP and stamina, which is usually a decent trade-off for early game mages because you're trying to stay at a distance from enemies and cast spells anyway, so you're not going to really be doing a lot of physical fighting, and hopefully not getting hit much. So see if you feel that trade-off is worth it. There's a few of those like face masked sets that kind of help you with magic. Where did I kick that ladder down? Over here. Did come in here already. Yeah. This will be right next to the site of grace. Church of the Cuckoo, which we were already here, so I'm gonna go back up to. Is it this one? Sometimes it gets confusing in here. No. Debate parlor. Now we're going to turn around this way and go to the right for a sneaky little passage here. over here we get Radagon Icon, which is a really important talisman that I've been running from the beginning. It shortens spellcasting time. So, because I have that equipped, I don't really need Azur's Staff, and would prefer Loose Azure. I mean, it would stack, but... Another all-important stone sword key up here. This is the run back that I opened up. Watch out for these guys. They are no fun. No fun for anyone. Another crystal crab over here. Where you get Karalos Glintstone Crown. Oh god, I can't show you because I'm not being targeted. Golden seed over here. There's gonna be a crab over here that comes out. This is a trap. Advance, we want to come over here. There's going to be some wrecking balls that fall down. So as you just saw, it's about here, I think. Just so right here, this pillar. So, now that I'm relatively safe, Karalos Glintstone Crown increases intelligence to the detriment of stamina. Not HP and stamina, but also doesn't increase it quite as much. But still good for early game. Now this, do not use this yet. This is going to teleport you somewhere. And I obviously don't want to yet because I wanted to be here doing thing here. There is going to be a PvP fight right here. Which I steadily built. You get the Carian Knight's Shield. Also, before I go up there, this is a shortcut to those guys. Do you remember? So, shortcut back to the boss because Rennala is going to be up here after that PvP fight.
Hush, little Calva. I'll soon birth thee anew, a sweeting, fresh and pure.
So with this boss fight, we want to attack those guys that are glowing and singing. So that Rennala falls down. We can do damage. Watch out for that. You don't need to kill the ones that are not singing. They still are annoying, but... And those were all surprisingly very easy very quickly, but there are going to be a lot that are hidden in the back here that you're going to have to run around and find.
My beloved, have no fear. I will hold thee. Patience. Ye will be countless born, forever and ever.
Upon my name as Ranni the Witch. Mother's rich slumber shall not be disturbed by thee. Foul trespasser. Send word far and wide. Of the last queen of Caria, Rennala of the full moon. And the majesty of the night she conjureth.
So she is a magic boss fight, and she'll summon a lot of... She's got a lot of powerful spells, but she'll also summon helpers.
Oh, swarm giant.
See, a lot of bosses move, so you can't really... So a beautiful fight, a beautiful arena, very serene. It can be difficult if you have like low magic res. One of the things you could do is, like, if you saw me in my other stream go through Celia, if you get where are they? Here. The Spelldrake talismans. There's a base 1, +1, +2, +3. You probably won't have the +3, but I think the +1 was in Celia. So if you do stuff like that, or even find just the first base one, it boosts magic damage negation. Also, because she's a magic boss, as you could see, my magic spells were not doing as much damage on her as they were some other bosses that I've absolutely wrecked, because she has magic resistance. Another thing that's important, so she was a shard bearer, so we got a great rune for her. At this point, you can go back to the Roundtable hold and buy her set there, what she's wearing, and that also, I think, does some magic qualities. So the other thing is, now she stays as an NPC here, and she asks if you want to be born anew, and here you can change your cosmetics, and you can use larval tears that you find throughout the game to respec your stats, so if you want to run a different build. You're going to find that this is there's a chest here, but you can't unlock it, and you won't be able to access this until you complete Selen's questline. And another cool, interesting thing is, as you saw there in the cutscene for her second phase, Ranni the Witch kind of comes in and intervenes. She is her daughter and another Shardbearer. Interestingly enough, this boss battle does not affect Ranni's questline. Like, you can still do Ranni's questline throughout the game, which is one of my favorite NPC questlines in all of the Souls games, and I know a lot of people feel the same way. It's very cool. It's also one of the alternate endings you can get a trophy for. So, with that being said, I think I am going to... Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to go back to the Roundtable. Hold. And I think I've been neglect of my NPC duties back here, so I'm going to go through some of the NPC stuff. I might have also messed up and not locked myself out of Sorcerer Rogier's questline.
Greetings.
Here you find Roderika.
Nice to see you again. My name is Roderika.
Roderika, however you say it. Yeah,
I should have
Roderika.
listened
She comes back after you find her in that little shack.
I never knew, although I'm still looking.
She says she's still looking for her purpose.
It was as if you have my...
She gives you a golden seed to express
I'm
her
still
thanks for
looking.
helping her. Over here we find a new NPC. His name is D.
I don't believe we've met. I'm known as D. I hunt down those.
So he's kind of connected to the Death Roots and Beastman Garank, and if you haven't already found that in Caelid, he will.
Those who live in death should be
he will
left
kind of give you a tip that you can go find him.
All the more, unless you wish to lay
He also
down
has
your
kind of
life in
his
vain.
own little quest line that's unrelated to that.
You've met Garank.
See,
I take it.
I've met Garank, so he
Then
mentions
owing
it.
to our duties shared, we are now comrades. I think you've the power of the...
And because I've met him, we have the ability to now study incantations with him, although there's only 2 right now. And then we can ask about Rogier because they know each other. So his quest line, like I said, a lot of NPC quest lines are connected to each other.Is is connected to Fia, Garank, and Rogier, and his brother, who we'll find later on.
No more, though. You see him now, like his half take well. That's how you end when grace is...
They used to be
I
friends.
serve the Golden Order, that I might put this crooked land to rights, following only the guidance of the Great Elden Ring. Those who live in death fall outside the principles of the Golden Order. Their mere existence sullies the guidance of gold, tainting its truth. And so it is the vermin must be exterminated, down to the very last.
Always good to see you. So you've met D. D is an old friend. We found ourselves journeying together for a time. But our paths have since diverged, though that's hardly an uncommon. D was telling me that he discovered the mark of the centipede. The centipede is an ancient symbol of the curse mark. As long as whoever finds and uses it is not nefarious by nature, then we may be able to form an alliance. If only I could speak to them in person. And if...
I think I'm still good to do his, if I go do it like right now.
Oh, your divinity, have mercy and grant me forgiveness. The road is yet long, a god is not easily felled. But one day without fail you will have your wish. So please grant me forgiveness, Queen Marika. You, is it? I didn't notice you there. I'll be doing my job, same as ever. Just lay out your arms. Those words were not meant for you. I may be prisoner to you, tarnished lot. But my prayers are mine, and mine alone. Well, I've had my say. I'll be more careful too. The girly boy, she's crestfallen because she has a gift for spirit tuning. I saw another one like their eyes shed as...
Not yet. I'm not sure how that impacts Rogier's questline.
I've decided to leave the Roundtable hold. I'm off in search of a noble scholar known as the Gold Mask. We may not meet again for some time. If there's any
So, Brother Quarren is gonna head off on his own adventure.
The golden...
I admired only once before have I seen two great runes together. Look there. The fingers shudder with exuberance. Fine work, brave Tarnished. The greater will is pleased. You have earned the right to become Elden Lord. Now, seek the Erdtree and an audience with Queen Marika to become Elden Lord and restore the Golden Order. The fingers expect as much from you as they do young Gideon. Take now. Go forth. Become Elden Lord. Queen Marika is the vessel of the Elden Ring, carrier of its vision, a god in truth. But after the Elden Ring's shattering, she was imprisoned in the Erdtree, a grim punishment for shattering the Order, despite her godhood. The fingers speak. Marika's trespass demanded a heavy sentence, but even in shackles, she remains a god and a vision's vessel. Confer great runes to become Elden Lord and join Queen Marika as her consort. The fingers have willed it so. Now you may go.
So, here, we can give the remembrances that we receive from the shard bearers that we defeat, and we can get one of two different weapons or spells. Now, there is a way to duplicate each of these remembrances. There are these giant turtles that are walking in different spots throughout the lands between, and even like one in this like underground area. And if you go to those and you break all the like ghosty things on them and have them fall down, which I will show you how to do, they're called mausoleums, and you can use those to duplicate a certain amount of remembrances, not all of them, but a certain amount of them in a single run through. And so you would be able to come back here and get the other item. So each run through, normally, when you beat a main boss, you would only get access to one of the two items. It's been that way in the other games too, like in Dark Souls. But this allows you to get both of them in the same run through for specific ones if you really want. Now, as this is my umpteenth time playing this game, really hasn't been that many on the PlayStation, but I have both of all of them, and I even used the mausoleums on one of my run-throughs to get both, and then have played it consequential times. So I have all of them, so it doesn't really matter which ones I pick, but I will kind of show you. For Rennala, who we just beat, we have Rennalla's Full Moon, which is, you saw her shooting it at me during the fight. That's one of the spells. It requires a very, very high 70 intelligence to use, and so even if you're a magic user, you wouldn't even at this point, you wouldn't normally be able to use this for a very long time. But late game, it can be very powerful. And it dispels all sorcery and temporarily reduces magic damage negation for those it strikes. So it could make the enemy weaker to magic, it's powerful, and can kind of dispel other spells that are set. So very good spell. The other one is Carian Regal Scepter. Now this is much more applicable to an early game magic user. Because you wouldn't be able to use Rennalla's Full Moon until way later in the game, because you're on a normal base game run or your first time, because your intelligence would probably not be high enough. It might be apt, if you're a magic build user, to use the Carian Regal Scepter, which is the best scepter or magic sorcery build weapon mid-game. So I'm using the very best one in the game right now. But I would say mid-game until you get access to those, which obviously I got pretty early because I went through Caelid. But Caelid is normally, like I said, scales to a later game access, even though you can go to it right at the start of the game because everything is much harder to beat on a base run. So this scales B with intelligence. It boosts Full Moon sorcery, so if you're using it, spells like Rennalla's Full Moon will be stronger. Let's see, what's the intelligence? Oh, but you can't, actually, that's a lie. You can't even use it until 60 intelligence. That's the attribute required. So even this, you wouldn't really be able to use till later, till mid-game, maybe. But I guess a little bit earlier than the 70. So, the other person I beat is Radagon. I already used Godric, so Godric's you would have as well, and it was between the axe of Godric and the grafted dragon, which I didn't really showcase very well on my other stream, but I did. I think I got the axe. For Radagon here, Star Scourge Radagon, you get access to his great sword or his great bow. Great bow requires strength and dex. Great sword requires strength, dex, and a certain amount of intelligence. So the Ash of War on this is Starcaller Cry, which is that gravity move he does, which kind of pulls people towards him. I think it says something about if you get two of the swords, you can kind of stack them together. The Ash of War on his great bow is Radagon's Rain, which does that, the gravity bows, like he shoots up in the sky, gravity arrows, and they all come raining down. And down here, you can receive the equipment of champions. So if it's a certain boss that you've beaten, you can get their set. So here you can get Radagon's helm, his lion armor, his greaves, and his gauntlets. And for Rennala, you can get her little queen's hat, robes, bracelets, and leggings. And I believe... does this do anything? Oh yes, this increases intelligence. So wearing her hat will increase your intelligence. And you can also get Radagon's spears. These are whereas each of these you can only get one of, here you can buy multiple. It's just like a recurring thing that you can get if you want. So I usually buy them on each playthrough. Especially because I get more and more souls each new game plus run. So here, the moon that I'm using is Ranni's Dark Moon, requiring a 68 intelligence, higher cost though. This also dispels all sorceries and temporarily reduces magic negation. And this is Rellana's Twin Moons, which you get in the DLC from Rellana, whose equipment I'm wearing. And so these are also moon sorceries. As you guys know from watching my previous streams, I'm very fickle about my storage. I have multiple of the same ones, I'm putting those in storage. Bullgoat's Talisman raises poise, which is really good for a melee build. I got that earlier in stream. Cold Scarab, which I also got the other day, increases the amount of runes obtained. Silver Scarab increases item discovery. So that's what I meant when I meant like item farming. You would use that.
Well, wonderful. Make the journey to the capital. The two fingers will do. You may be our, for we are Tan. I understand you've been speaking to Nefeli. She's my daughter. I took her in when she lost the guidance of Grey. Though a mere axe-wielding barbarian, so I put her to work. Do not hesitate to employ, despite her looks.
You can talk to him about Nefeli, which is, you should if you're gonna do her quest line. Patches, bell bearing, because I killed Patches, which means anything that he would have been able to sell as a merchant, if you didn't kill him, you can actually buy. Including a very important Margit Shackle, which, if you had killed him before fighting Margit, the first boss, you could have used Margit Shackle on Margit to help with that fight. Now this door's open too, and you're gonna find the phantom of an NPC called the Dung Eater in here.
Have you ever felt the capox upon life itself? Feared? Apparently not. You are but a lamb. You no longer interest. I've been long without peace. I asked to be thankful it is all that...
Now, that's not the physical manifestation of the Dung Eater. He's locked away somewhere, but it's his phantom. Very, very interesting character and quest line. There is a possibility to connect another character's quest line with his that allows you to get his puppet summon. And also, he is one of the if you follow his quest line to the end, he's one of the alternate endings of the game. Now, while Sorcerer Rogier still has his wits about him, I'm going to go do his quest line, or show you at least as much of it as I can, but it requires going back to the castle we beat Godric in. And I always forget how to... It's one of the doors of one of the Site of Grace that we didn't unlock yet when I was there, and it's always one that I forget quite how to get it. There were a couple things that we didn't do in this castle. So coming out here, you see this sign here. Surely what you seek is somewhere close by, and you can see the form of Rogier. Just like when we were entering Gowry's shack, we saw one of these, and it was like, come visit. So this is where we're going to be going. Behold, hidden path. So this is the shortcut, the back door to this bonfire, or Site of Grace here at the lift side chamber. That's the one I always forget how to do that, but so now that we've got that, we have easy access to this run back. There will be a boss down here, but it's a repeat boss. It's one of the ulcerated tree spirit, the putrid ones. There's like 5 million of them in this game. Bad enemies down here too. Little strategy I like to use when entering a new area or area I can't see very well. I like to use the target lock to see if it clicks on any enemies, and that helps me find, even like there's a lot of enemies that are like pretending to be asleep or dead or something, but the target lock calls out the bullshit. Rancor Call, which is actually a pretty good spell. I use that in Night Rain sometimes. So this will be the boss fight. Drops a golden seed for you. Tough enemy though, especially to fight in this tiny little. Well, it's not too tiny, but still. Arena. So right here. Prince of Death's pustule you find over here in this giant face thing. It's funny. I thought one of these is not up. Message from another player, but a message from Rogier. Unless I didn't do the quest right. Wait, maybe it's a blood stain. Not that blood stain. This one. That blood stain. You'll find a Rogier. A note is that if you go and speak to Ranni and start her quest before doing this, you will be locked out of it. And you also have to find Rogier and talk to him in the castle, which I did before defeating Godric, or you'll be locked out of it. So you come down, you do that, you beat him, the tree spirit there, you find the blood stain. Then you go back to the Roundtable hold and talk to Rogier, and then you talk to Fia. And then you go and do Ranni's questline, while also checking in with Rogier. But Rogier will want you to spy on Ranni and kind of infiltrate her to see what she's up to. Where if that's how you do it, Ranni will become like suspicious of you and be like, "What are you doing?" Which, if you're going to be loyal to Ranni and choose her questline, it's kind of a bad start to me. But it doesn't matter because you can still do her questline. She'll just make some comments about you when you first try it. So that's basically that'll be Rogier's questline. And D's is connected to D's, which is also connected to Fia. That's why I didn't want to necessarily... I wanted to go down and do that before I get locked out of it. Because at some point I'll just keep playing and I'll do Ranni's questline and forget. And come back here, we can talk to him.
Always good to sow.
About the corpse.
The misshapen
under
corpse under Stormveil. That is a sacred relic of the Black Knives plot, as that famed night of assassination is known.
So he's researching the Black Knives
golden age of the
plots
Erdtree,
that kind of started all of this stuff happening.
Someone stole a
Spoiler
fragment
alert,
of the
that
Rune
plot
of
was
Death from
initiated by
Manor,
Ranni.
the Black Blade, and on a bitter night, murdered Godwyn the Golden. That was the first recorded death of a demigod in all history, and it became the catalyst. Soon, the Elden Ring was smashed, and thus sprang forth the war known as the Shattering. I once wished to become a scholar, you see. I've spent many an hour scouring the archives for knowledge of that fateful plot. The world has grown crooked, and if you intend to put it to rights, you'd better understand what happened to make it this way. And that thing is to blame for the shape I'm in now. I urge the utmost caution. Don't disturb the corpse more than necessary.
I thank you. So what can I do?
A pleasure to see. Thank goodness. I'm still looking for. It's not easy. You're telling me I possess some kind of...
You can tell her what the blacksmith said about her, and she will eventually become a spirit tuner for you, where you can get those ghost engraved gloveworts and bring them to her, and she'll upgrade your summons, like the mimic tier. I have the mimic tier plus 10, so they get stronger and stronger,
I know he's...
just like your weapons.
I suppose I should... I'll ask Matt.
Well, I took you no matter. Lay out your arm. The girl.
You can talk. Would you watch over
Are you
Roderika?
out of your mind? Who'd stay? Absurd. I refuse to believe it.
You say it's what she wants. Now we can talk to Fia.
I am. Would you like
Yes.
now?
Hug.
You are so very warm.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get rid of that again, but We got 2 dialogue options for her
My
now.
dear, have you ever heard of Black Knife Prince? Dear Rogier likes to talk of them when abed, and the ancient plot
When a bed?
in
Will
which
she
the
be sleeping
first
with
of
everybody?
the demigods was slain. The black knives wielded by
You
the
cheating on me,
assassins
Fia?
who committed the act, along with the impressions they made, somehow hide the truth of the conspiracy. These grand affairs are hardly my forte, but dear Rogier began to weep as he spoke. In truth, I've heard tell from someone else about the Black Knife Prince that fascinate dear Rogier so.
Knife print clue.
But it wouldn't be right to give this to him, stuck as he is in the Roundtable hold. Perhaps you could make use of it?
Wait, I wasn't done.
Would you like the blessing is... Would you like... Now. You are so... very warm. My dear, might I ask something of you? Could you please find the owner of this dagger and return it to them?
Weathered dagger.
A certain person gave it to me as a gift. It's a very precious thing.
Now,
It must have
careful
a
with
special
you
place
proceeding
in the
here
owner's heart.
because
So I would like for the original owner
this
to
will
have it back.
progress Fia's quest
If you
line,
wouldn't
but will
mind.
also affect D's quest line. And his brother's quest line,
I'd like you to find it's a very... Then good day to you.
which I choose Fia. I usually do. Because there's a boss you can fight if you do her quest line. That's kind of an important boss. I think it has a remembrance in a trophy or something, but now we have our dagger. We can come back over here to D. Give him the
Well,
dagger.
What have we here? How did you get your hands on that dagger? Well, that hardly matters. I know very well whose dagger it is. Why don't I return it to them for you? Good work.
Would you like the blessing? Would you like... Now.
I don't think that you have to come back and talk to her, but I just wanted to check because that sets things in motion if you give him the dagger.
You asked, dear the ancient, the Black Knight, along with the...
Yeah,
Then good
Okay.
day to you.
that's what I thought. Yeah, you don't need to talk to her again, but basically it turns out D and Fia are enemies. Now, I'm also going to start the Volcano quest line, doing the assassinations. And I could also go back to the Volcano Manor now and proceed through it, and we can fight Rykard, who's also a shard bearer. Technically he's an optional boss. You don't even have to fight him for the main storyline to be completed. But of course you're going to, because you get goodies. And it's cool and fun, and that's why we play the game. Where's my other one? Where's the same one? No, it's still there. So you come over here. invade old Istvan's world. Doesn't matter that he helped us out as a summon before. He is actually a top NPC. Normally. You get the scaled helm, well, the scaled armor set for beating him, which is his set. Also, let me not wait for half the game to get this out of me. Also, we can come over here. The Starfall crater that opened up after Radagon's fight. This game has so many things to do, it's like honestly overwhelming. There's so much content. I'll try and give you the best order of things. And like I said, I'm trying to do like everybody's questline. I have successfully done it in one playthrough. So we discover Nokron, the Eternal City, which will be a very important place in Ranni's questline, and Blythe's questline, because it's connected to Ranni's, and EG's questline, who is also connected to Ranni. And it's just a really pretty and cool place to explore. There's a lot of these silver tier husks that are around or another material. So we are down here. Kind of adjacent to this one. Now we've accessed the crater. We'll come back later.
You've completed your task. I am pleased. This is your...
We get the Magma shot spell from that.
Never forget the way. It is the true path. Now you are... I am pleased. Now you are... I am pleased.
So they give me the title of Recusant.
Have you any strange something beyond the walls? Like breathing or... Oh, Fi, what am I saying? It just isn't possible. Sometimes, like... Oh.
So, then I shall introduce Rennala. A recusant, just like you. Recusants have... Why not add some...
So you can learn skills from him.
To take power, the recuse, to raise the... We recuse... All you can do...
You can... He sells Ash of Wars.
Well...
And you can get your next task. I'm gonna go over here, continue to explore. Thank you. There's an omen killer down here. Fast. You can get the cleaver that they use. Erdtree seal over here for faith builds. Smoldering Shield. I don't think I've been down here before, to be quite honest, and that says it's new, so I must have missed this area. Jump, can I? I'm just gonna go back up this way. That door is coming out from where we killed the Omen Killer. He almost killed us. There's a stone sword key over here that we can use. But watch out for this baddie. Basically just to access this item. Crimson Amber Medallion +1 for extra health. I did not need, but guys in here. Open up the cutback from where we just came in. Guys. Is indeed a grace ahead. I didn't even realize that the Darkmoon Greatsword did frost damage. It does magic damage, physical damage, and causes frost buildup. I wonder if wearing Ranni's set will increase that frost buildup, because it increases the snow sorcery. Ranni's the one who gives you the sword, also, at the end of her quest line. It doesn't do nearly as much damage as I thought it would. Hey! Welcome home from school. Don't be rude. No. I am playing until 5, and then I have 3 sessions in a row. But then I'll play again after. Yeah. Oh, because I didn't do it after last night? I was so tired, and you told me to go to bed early, so I did. I slept nice and good so I would have more energy for today. After all, it is a special day. You did. Bruh. Don't tell me you already forgot. One of these goes up and one goes down. And down there's going to be a magma worm. How would I have done that? Oh wait. Never mind. Yeah, I just remembered. Sorry. I know how much you look forward to the stream. Alpha Wolf Ritual Day? What the hell is that? Sacrifice a movie? What does that mean? How does one sacrifice a movie? What the fuck? Poor movie. Why? Clearly not. Clearly not. And this one goes up. Isn't that like one of your favorite movies? Oh. Okay. I thought you liked Donnie Darko. Oh, I see. It's a non-canon sequel. Well, then it can go. That's fair. Ooh. New armor just dropped. Oh, right. Boss fight. A hint. It's a really important day to somebody else close in your life. Damn. So that Serpent's Amnion that I just picked up is going to be important for Raya's questline. Well, apparently you didn't value it much either. Aw, that's really cute. I'm glad she liked it. Good job. She threw it out? What? She could own multiple hoodies. It's kind of funny way of thinking. You gotta buy it for her? This secret little Wyrm is also gonna be important in Raya's questline. So make note. Then why'd she throw it out? Silly. Yes, you did make that very clear. Well, sometimes I wonder things aloud. Again. Well, once is enough. Oh, shit. Good point. I support it. Does Aki join in this wolf ritual? So wait, the wolf ritual day is then the same day as her birthday every year? She doesn't even know about it. So I assume you'll be done doing plans with her by that time of night. If you come over here, this is a cut back to the site of grace. Well, no worries, just 513,000 souls and a level up. That's a very good point. Why is it so hard? Well, I guess technically she made her sacrifice to the wolf gods. So maybe she celebrated too. She's an ignorant and unofficial member of the group and sacrifice. Aw, this shit. It's a platforming nightmare. Actually, before I do that, this is the right guard fight location. Wait. Where were we just? No, we were at the Temple of Eagle. Rude. That must be your favorite holiday. Oh. Second favorite holiday. What's your first favorite holiday? What happened to your mailbox? Wow, that's so rude. Is he bad at driving? Absolutely. How old's your brother again? Oof. Dagger talisman. Enhances critical hits, like the backstabs. Dang. How old is he? I'd be spooked too. Possibly 20. You've lost track. They went in order. Seedbed Curse. This is for the Dung Eater questline. Seedbed Curse. There's Ash of War over here. You should be familiar with it. Is this right card? The Seedbed Curse. And we're back in Volcano Manor. I beat you to it.
Now you are a recusant true, and a full-fledged member of I Am League.
I can think up your jokes too, mister. No one has a dirtier mind than a fire sign. You ready for Rickard? Or Rykard? Just what I said. No, but I mean I am. Yeah, sure, we'll go with that. I don't think I have the gimmick weapon that you're supposed to fight him with. Oh, right here. That's what you think. Oh, but it's gone. Because I probably already have it. Ah, whatever. I can find it with magic. Sure. I'll come for you. Yeah, honestly, same. So? What did you just say a second ago? You can think what you want? I can appreciate beauty when I see it. Being attracted to someone and having feelings for them are not the same thing. Why? So I can validate you? Never. Why is it serious?
Very well.
remedy. Together we will devour the very god.
I don't talk during cutscenes, but you almost got me there. I'm gonna kill you. Sounds kind of like Palpatine. Alright. So what you're supposed to fight him with is a spear called the Serpent Hunter. I only have one? I swear I had more than that. Also, I thought I upgraded it to +10. Here's Roderika.
Good to see you again.
Or Roderika.
I have you to I can happily I'm as yet, but and if there's well I certain Roderika. I need to warn you, a little while ago someone started lurking in the wing on the opposite side of the round table, and I can hear the howling and wailing of spirits in fear of a curse.
Dung eater.
A plethora, can't even imagine. Not even the ground. You should keep your I know you're
This is where you do spirit tuning.
Well, I took you no matter. Lay out your own. I spoke with the girl. She has a gift for spirits, so I told her everything. I'm indebted to a spirit. It was all I could do to honor. I'm sorry I doubted. Back already, no matter. Back already, no matter.
Oh wait, I probably shouldn't kill Rykard before I do the Volcano Manor quests. Alright, never mind, we're gonna wait. Because that locks you out of those. Let me run to the bathroom and think about what we're gonna do next. All right. Oh dang, he packs a punch though. Rawr. I'll try and keep that in mind. Of course, it'll only apply for today. Didn't you say today was Wednesday or something? I knew you were gonna call me goofy. Right, but your statement still only applies for today. It wouldn't work tomorrow, because tomorrow is Thursday, so if it was Thursday, then the next day wouldn't be Thursday. So your statement only works today. Therefore, I won't need to remember it always. No, I'm right. I could imagine that, but I'd rather it be Wednesday. Oh my god. Jesus. Oh my god. What an interesting thought. You have some interesting thoughts sometimes. So using the erudition gesture here, it unlocks this ladder here at the converted tower. It makes me think more about life. How so? And I already have that memory ammo, but... You don't know, huh? Yes, it is. It sure is. Time flies. You completely forgot about what? Oh. Well, what's going on in robotics? Well, how do you feel about robotics being tomorrow? Well, that's good. That you would. That you would. One day I'll understand. Is this a future goal of yours? Jellyfish shield. Ow. Why? Is she older? What do you mean, of course she's older? Why is that an of course? Ah, so you like older women. That's really funny. Yeah, I mean, that sounds pretty cool. You're very open-minded, though. I feel most guys don't like. They like to be the dominant ones. Or at least straight men. I feel like bi-men can appreciate it a little bit more, though. Why? more belfries. What do you mean? Up here you get one of the imbued sword keys. I have to feature them. I'm doing a full walkthrough. Yeah, but there's things to get there. Each one of them has a little message here that kind of tells you what is there. That one's like the best one. Alright, we'll go into this one. Yeah, they do. Like that one says the crumbling lands, one says the darkness in the sky. Like it tells you, it gives you a hint on like which one it is. I guess so. Tricked ya. But wait, there's enough imbued stone keys for each one. Like, I just opened all of them. Not in the chest, but in other locations. Did you just get the one? This one gives you the Pearl Drake Talisman, which reduces holy damage, and you're over next to this area, which we'll find later. Yeah. Oops, wrong one. Oh wait, no, that's right. Ugh, I'll hike up the hill again. No, I feel like I must have missed the site of grace. There's one up there. Also, those guys can drop a troll knight sword if you want to farm. Definitely missed the site of grace. Yeah, it's right there, next to the chest. See? Night Sky Unceasing. This one, honestly, is the most useless one. This brings you to Nokron, which we found earlier. But it's a part that you can only get exclusively through that imbued sword key. Oh, dang. She's 16 and a half. She's almost 17. Dang, you really are dating an older girl. What? So you get the ghost glovewort. And the modeled necklace. You said a year and a half. And there's a Crucible Knight down here. Oh, half a year. I thought you said a year and a half. No, I'm just reading the message quickly. Really? Because half the time you misspell the words. You run out of... you feel, not really. How do you... hopefully you don't run out of blood and tears and sweat and you'll be dehydrated. Oh my god. Precipice of Anticipation. This one's the best one. This one brings you back to... yeah. You'd be running out of something else in my bed. This one brings you back to the starting area. Oh yeah. And if you hadn't beat the Grafted Scion, which I had mentioned when I first started, then you could come back and fight it now. Because normally you wouldn't be high enough level to fight it back then. So you have a boss fight with this one, but not only that, if you come back up to this area where you started the game, remember I pointed out this door that was closed last time? It is open now. You get the Stormhawk King's Ashes. And this chest, Stormhawk Dean's Summoned, which are important for completing Nepheli's questline. And integral, actually, so that's why that one's the best. I'm gonna fight you. It's a walkthrough stream. I have to walk through it. If it was a gameplay stream, then I wouldn't have to include all the information, now would I? Yes, it's Thursday. We already talked about this. Your robotics class. think I don't pay attention to the things you say? I feel like you don't pay attention to the things you say. Surprisingly accurate analysis. I'm the same way. I bet you wish you were. I'm pretty cool. I'm the... How'd you know? You're already giving me compliments I haven't even performed. Well, of course. Except for the fact where I'm also cool everywhere else. Yeah, I am pretty cool in my dreams, too. Sometimes I can fly. I think it's pretty young. I thought you liked older women, I was gonna say. Alright. This is an invisible wall. We're getting closer to Ronnie. This is E.G.
Well,
I mentioned him
look
earlier.
at you. I presume you are tarnished? Oh, I am E.G., a blacksmith who once served the Carian royal, an old codger who refused. So here I am, still quietly. Perhaps
Yeah,
you like
you guys are gonna have a lot of fun. You get to travel around.
Oh, when I'm absorbed in my... If you come too close, I am after... You don't know how hard it is not to break anything while I work. Brave Tarnished.
Yeah, it'll be even peakier.
This territory once, when the Raya look after leveling it, the
Peskier?
Carians I conjure, that is why unless
See, you misspell things.
I've explained of the enchant, whatever you... Blythe actually did quite a Roderika, perhaps is at any rate. If you're friendly with Blythe, something else that might... I've of the engine, whatever you...
Your blood? What am I, a vampire? Succubus or something? Avi. I'm very old. Why is it horrible? So coming in here in the Carian Manor, this is gonna be, if you complete it, there's a boss, and then this is where you meet Ronnie. And then her whole cohort here. Yeah, well, you're a really long time too late. What counts as underage? Oh, then yeah. Well, duh. Not exactly the purest person ever out there. Nah, I think my life's pretty cool, actually. You get the Glintstone Craftsman Cookbook over here. What could not be worse? Oh, don't forget gender fluid. I don't know how that ranks on your scaling, but... Mm-hmm. You're naming so many cool things about me. Don't forget neurodivergent. Yes. Well, I did. And not just one either. Multiple. Saying numbers. What are these numbers? You're just counting? I don't know what you're counting to. What are you counting for? Fine, fine. I'll continue on with my walkthrough. So there's another really unique weapon that you can get in this area called the Sword of Night and Flame, which is another legendary weapon. It's a really good one too. Right here. You skipped a couple numbers. I was out of here. Alright, I'm back. 55? Golden seed. $60. Now I must know, what is 60? Nothing. After all that, don't worry about it. I'm very worried. Whenever you say don't worry about it, I get more worried. It's funny how that works. And besides, you're not supposed to be telling everybody my body count. Say so. Troll Knight Sword. Alright. The boss is beaten. And I have to go to my sessions. So I shall return probably about 8:15, 8:30. But until then, I bid you guys adieu. Bye.